Hey, y'all, welcome on in. Come on. Oh, Apollo wants to come. See, what you waiting for? Don't tiptoe in, make some noise. Let me know you're here. The records are now open. Welcome, everyone, to Akashic Answers with Emily. I was serious when I said make some noise when you get here. Let me know who is joining me in the comments. Share where you are tuning in from. And as you see the comments start rolling in of the locations that we're all tuning in from around the globe, I want you to begin to see pinpoints of light illuminating all around the planet. We are creating a grid of consciousness, of magnetic power to help us all through this time, really, and claim more of our freedom. I don't know how you guys are feeling today. Let me know how you're feeling. Actually, Instagram, I can't see you guys because of my setup here, but there's so many of you guys that are here, and then there's nobody on StreamYard right now, so I'm just closing my laptop. I'm going to say hi to you all. Who else over here? Oh, Coda Strong. I see you here. Spiritual Sense by Jen. Hi, Lehigh. I see you. Roger Morgan. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. Cool. Who's coming in? Lacey. All right. Now my StreamYard folks are coming in. Come on in. All right. So now Instagram, I do want to let you know, because of my setup, Shannon, I see you. Of my setup here in my office, I can only see the comments that are coming in through our StreamYard broadcast, which means you've got to join us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube if you want me to be able to see the comments. Otherwise, you guys can talk to each other, keep each other company over there. Doggone it. I'm not even going to bring awareness to my leather pants. I knew if I put these leather pants on when I was doing a light check in here 10 minutes before we came on, and I started squirming around a bit, and I thought, oh, Emily, go take the leather pants off now. And I thought, I'll just sit really still during the broadcast. All right, wish me luck here. No wardrobe malfunctions today. All right, little fun as we start, but I did want to seriously check in with your emotional temperatures today. It's been a challenging couple weeks, from last week when we were dealing with the FEMA broadcast to this week dealing with I don't even want to bring awareness and attention to it, war and evil and loss on our planet. I noticed a lot of sadness moving within myself and within the community of light workers and awake people on the planet. There's a lot to transmute in the field right now. So let's just start by holding space for our planet. Peace, calling forward peace, love, grace. Fill yourselves with grace, by the way. Grace is an energy that will transmute war where man cannot. So I invite you to be a beacon of grace, the energy of grace. Call it up in your body right now. Send it out every cell of your body, 360 degrees. Good job. All right, come on back in. I know the past 2 weeks I've been making y'all work in here. Usually you just come in and I monologue for you for a little bit and then tap into the Akashic records and bring in some wisdom, which we are going to do today, of course. And thank you all for being here and lending your energy, your powerful energy. Human beings, oh my goodness, as we are waking up to how powerful we are, it's going to get good. I know that there is opportunity to see the disorder in the field right now. That's why we've got to bring order within, peace within, so that that can be reflected in our outward environment. We are responsible for peace here on the planet. And I hope to be somebody who can inspire you into taking your peace back, taking your freedom back. It's all a choice. If this is the first time you were here, I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director of the Akashic Academy. I work with visionaries and thought leaders training them to tap into their Akashic records so they can get instantaneous downloads from soul level intelligence so they can become masters in their field. I feel like that's a big statement. It's a big calling to become a master in your field. I want to invite you to see the master within you and call that master forward. Because truly, we are all created equal, and we have the potentiality to, especially when we come together and we ignite our potential through our DNA, through meditation, purposeful meditation, and focus on the journey of becoming better. How do we become better ourselves? How do we create a better civilization here on the planet? There's more where there's an uprising right now where we are all called to be masters. I just so happen to think that the Akashic Records is the pristine tool, the most profound and potent tool that we can use for our self-expansion, because it holds every single detail forward and backward through time about you, about this planet, about everything, every person, place, thing, concept, all has an Akashic record. And when we learn to shift our consciousness, we learn to shift our vibrational frequency to be a match for the Akashic records, we can then begin to extract information. We can understand the patterns that are keeping us stuck. If you're stuck for some reason in your life, in some avenue of your life, it is your own damn fault. Have you guys seen the meme about you can't blame anyone else, something about the road, it's your own asphalt? I like that one. That one made me giggle when I saw that one circulating. But if we knew better, we could do better, correct? If this is landing, send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. If we knew better, we could do better. Sometimes we don't even make sense to ourselves. I can remember before the Akashic Records illuminated in my life and became such a powerful tool for me in my life, and my journey of self-awareness, I'm sure that all of ours look similar but different along the way, right? But at the point that I'm waking up and I'm noticing, damn girl, you got some erratic behavior. And I'm creating enough spaciousness to not defend my erratic behavior, but be like, oh yeah, that was a little dramatic, Emily. When I stopped getting judgmental about myself and I started getting curious, why is that? At first, I wasn't coming up with answers as to why that was. I felt crazy. Does anybody feel crazy? It's not only our emotional trauma working its way out in our life that can make us feel crazy during this time of enlightenment on our planet. And that's what happens, right? We purge, we cleanse during these times. The hidden traumas and karma that you don't need to carry with you is going to come up. That can make you feel a little crazy. Also, the veils are becoming thinner, meaning the energy that separates the dimensions, along with our vibrational frequency, is raising. And so we are able to perceive more of the universe, more of our world. And when there hasn't been culture and training around what this interdimensional perception looks like, whether it's interdimensional beings, or your psychic senses are turning on, or you're connecting with extraterrestrials or loved ones who have passed, or guides or angels or beings coming into your field, or crazy dreams. Well, I'm glad you're here. You're not crazy, but it can feel very crazy along the way. The Akashic records are a tool that can help us figure it out. So I want to invite you to type questions into the comments. And I'm going to ask Spirit to guide my attention and awareness to the questions that will help the most of us here today. I'm going to channel on that question, bring through the insight that's coming through from the records. And then we will also do an activation, a transmission of energy that activates the DNA, activates you on a cellular level, helping you to embody the wisdom that comes in. So it's not just wisdom that's dropping in up here and you have an aha moment, but you begin to think about how you can practically apply this to your life, and then you do. Make sense? All right, light up my chat box here. Hi, Joy. With some questions so we can play. Georgie, glad you're in the house. Shannon Mock, one of my favorite people on the planet. Lacey, I'm glad you're here. Cool. All right. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna try not to move too much in my leather pants. I'm also gonna attempt to not erupt in laughter. What I'll say here for you all. I have been recovering from a sinus and upper respiratory infection since last week. Pissing me off, man. Over it. Lacey, thank you for your question. First of all, everybody send some love, like hearts across the screen for Lacey. Lacey, thank you for being vulnerable and giving us all place to work here together. How can I release a pattern of not being good enough? Worthy. Yeah, that's a tough one. Not being good enough or worthy of my highest timeline. All right. First of all, Lacey, you are not alone if you feel unworthy to radiate, to vibrate in coherence with your highest timeline. Let me say that in civilian speak. A lot of people don't feel like they're worth having good things in their life. A lot of people don't feel like life should be easy for them. We have belief systems that we have to work hard. Working with dedication and passion is great. Working hard, I see why it's exalted, adored, highlighted in our society. My son Jack, that dude is one of the hardest workers on the planet. And he's such an asset to have around, right? And in that process of being a hard worker and finding identity where people really love having you around, that's some people pleasing stuff at its root. In case you didn't hear me, I said that's some people pleasing energy at its root, usually. We just want to make sure that that doesn't overplay itself out, meaning we've got to have balance, right? Got to have balance. All right. Lacey, my hunch is that's part of yours, since that was the example that came through. But let me just tap in. What it's a belief that you must work hard because you get accolades for working hard, and that's become part of your identity. Oh, that's me, a people pleaser. That's what you say. Okay, cool. Hi, Chris Doggett. Good to see you. All right, Lacey, I feel like there's more information here for you, though, which, by the way, hello, everybody. If this is true for Jack, my son, and it's true for Lacey, and you might be saying it's true for me too, I see where it's true for me in my life, then the message coming through is for you. And we're going to do a transmission to the guides are saying, release the ancestral bonds around people pleasing. So this is powerful. This is personality characteristics that have been illuminated in the DNA and passed down. Let's just do that right now. Lacey, there's some more information I want to get for you. I don't know what it is yet, but the guides are saying they're not done with you yet. So stay tuned, Lacey. But let's go ahead and do the activation for releasing this ancestral lineage around people pleasing. All right, the guides are bringing me to the temples. Interesting spot to work. They don't always work here. I like it. All right, so I'm being guided to use my index and middle finger as antenna and making connection with the tips of my fingers into the temples right there. Slow, deep breaths. As I'm exhaling, I'm pulling the diaphragm in, and it's like I'm squeezing on the sacral chakra. Sacral is the womb. This is also where we store unprocessed emotion. Okay, so as you exhale, pull the diaphragm in, so you're squeezing the belly. As you inhale, fill the belly up so the belly gets big, big Buddha belly. Good, exhale. Make that pressure in the body. That activates energy in the back of the spine, which moves up, rises up the spinal column into the brain, activating crystalline energy. Hi, David Vega. One more. Cool. Okay. Shake that out. Now we want to figure out a replacement energy. So I don't want you guys to go on default mode. Have you ever had that experience? You went to a really powerful, amazing healer. You felt great during the session, felt pretty good afterwards. Things were changing, and then gravity sets in, and then by a week later, you're back to your same asshole self. No, I'm just kidding. You're not an asshole. All right, let's figure out, what do we want to replace that people-pleasing energy with? How about safety? Safety in full self-expression. There's also an element, guys, of curiosity here that I want to illuminate to you, and courage, because some of you have been holding that people-pleasing energy in your ancestry so long that when it comes to self-expression, you don't even know who you are as an individual. And isn't that this weird dichotomy? I mean, that's why we come to this planet, is to understand ourselves as individual aspects of the God personality. But then when we all come back together, we realize that we are all puzzle pieces. We are all reflections of this same energy. But it's important that we understand ourselves uniquely. It's one of the cool things that you get to experience in a physical planet because of density and because of contrast. Because it feels like I am separate from this table and this chair here, but that is really not the case. But it feels that way. So when you emerge, your soul emerges into a 3D planet and you incarnate to a place here like planet Earth, it's one of the things, one of the benefits. There's a lot of learning that gets to happen. All right, the guides want to keep, hi, Diana. The guides want to keep working with some energy here, some childhood energy. Healing some childhood, I'm going to call these playground wounds because that's what the guides are calling them. Playground wounds are times when our friends and our tribe made fun of us when we were little on the playground. And so we shut off whatever they were making fun of. Shut off that creativity, that idea, that share. So let yourself just experience that healing in the quantum level. This is going to help open you up so that you feel more comfortable letting yourself be childlike in the exploration of who you are and how you would like to express yourself. And the guides are saying it's really important that everyone asks, even if you feel like you've done this work before, let's just all stop and ask right now. Asking your inner child how he or she would like to express themselves and just see what comes up. Hey, little Emily, how would you like to express yourself? I'm getting dancing and painting. Which is interesting because those are not activities that are out of the realm of possibility for me. They come in cycles and chapters, but I'm not currently in a chapter or cycle of doing either one. So I'm going to dance and paint. All right, Lacey, let me see what else the guides want to share. Oh, yeah. Inner child healing is huge, 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 huge. Lacey, did you have a major trauma in childhood? That it's inner child healing, like a focused study and chapter of inner child healing in your life. Lacey, let me know if that resonates. All right, I'm going to go grab another question, but I don't see any more on here. Many traumas. Okay. Yeah, it definitely felt very intense. So I would definitely recommend a course in cycle of medicine. I don't know what you've done in the past. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to talk more about it, and I can share with you what I'm getting that would be helpful for you. All right, Lacey. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. Give me some more questions. Much ado about nothing. Shannon, I choose one of many questions. What is the value of differentiating or identifying the source of an individual's psychic, divine, spirit, Akash, etc., in and out? Oh, I love this question. Thank you for asking. All right. I know Shannon from Hollywood, you guys. Shannon's a really great actor. I know Chris Doggett from Hollywood, too. Oh, Chris is... All right, send my friend Chris some energy, everybody. And then Shannon. Oh, I love this question. Thank you for asking. We love you, Chris. All right, so for those of you who don't know, and maybe this is one of the first times you're coming in, before I did this work, I was a Hollywood actress for 20 years. And man, I cannot believe how perfectly Hollywood trained me for this work. There are so many metaphors that go along with the concept of writing, storytelling, acting for that matter, and channeling. And the guides really broke it down for me in a way that I could deeply understand when it comes to figuring out, or is it important to differentiate? Is it my higher self talking to me? Is it God talking to me? Are they my spirit guides talking to me? Is it my loved one who has crossed over talking to me? How many of you have wondered this before too? Such a great question. Well, I did too. And so I asked the records about this because there's also question, especially when we first begin, is this just me talking to myself? How do I know it's not just my imagination? And what the guide shared with me was they connected a lot of pieces. All right, so let's start with what we've already hit on in this episode, which is one of the reasons that you incarnate into a physical planet like planet Earth is to experience yourself as separate from God, to understand the unique aspects, the unique personality aspects, and to come back into a higher awareness that we are all truly one.
Through this process, we also experience ourselves as gods, goddesses, as creators of our own life. Through our thoughts create our reality. Okay? So this idea of individual echoes of the God mind, of the God voice, of the God personality is what we all are, but it's all really God. Okay? That's what my guide said, is that it's all the same thing, Emily. It's all God, it's all you. And as part of the human construct, I'll say, the power of story, the hero's journey, is woven into our DNA. We respond to stories, seeing ourselves in other people's stories, telling stories, and our stories of what is possible shape our lives, right? And in stories, in literature, what we have personification, where characteristics are taken on in human or animal form. That's basically what's happening with, let's take like the idea of archangels talking to us, okay? Archangels, we know there are a lot of archangels, but a couple of the big wigs are Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, okay? Archangel Michael, known to be the great protector. Archangel Raphael, known to be a healer. We've got the Ascended Master Kuan Yin, known for her incredible compassion. So it can be valuable when we are getting messages, let's say, from what feels like or appears to be Kuan Yin, because maybe you've asked and the impression of Kuan Yin or those words or those ideas have come into your field. Really, it's a lineage of energy. It's a vibrational frequency, a characteristic of energy that allows us to have communication and understanding. It's assigning value. It's a way of assigning value. And not value meaning, oh, if it's Kuan Yin, it's really valuable, or if it's not valuable. That's not what I mean in terms of value. I mean, in a more esoterical concept, the guides are saying, think of any place where we place our attention, we are giving something value. So it's all just, it's like a map and a key, really, is it just helps us to decode and understand energy. My guides have shared with me that it's not so important to categorize exactly who it's coming from most of the time. Every now and then. Cool. Shannon, let me know if that helped. You guys out there, let me know if that's landing for you. All right, let's do one more quick question here, because we have 2 more minutes. Claire says, how can I attract more money into my reality? That is a good one that a lot of people can relate to. All right, the guys are saying, let's just go in and do activations to call it in. All right, so I want you all to think about money, bring up the energy of money in your mind, and start by relaxing your bodies, okay? Relaxing the body, because a lot of us feel tension in places. So start with relaxation, and then I want you to notice feeling, like emotion, not sensation. Sensation is the relaxation that we just tapped into. Now I want you to shift to emotion. And I want you to dial your energy frequency to a frequency of joy as you're thinking about money. You may start off anywhere from anxiety-ridden to angry to ashamed of yourself. Dial up that frequency right now in the body to joy. And recognize this is your choice in every moment to choose a new relationship with money, with self, with God, with your life. Oh, yeah, I can feel peace just radiating through my body right now. I can feel warmth radiating through my body. Claire, the guides are saying mantras that you speak out loud work really well for you. That's one of your go-tos. And so the guides are affirming for you to do that, but try this relaxation, bringing relaxation and joy into the body before you say those affirmations. Cool. Who's got a good money affirmation, by the way? One of my clients along the way had a really good one for money, and speaking of, we're talking about a lot of acting here today. She would always act it out. Money finds me attractive. And then we would all laugh, and it was fun. Mama here says, hi, message me, please. I am not in the best of health. We'll send you energy right now. I'm getting healthier too. Who else is getting healthier out there? Me. Just raise the roof with getting healthier. Cool. All right. So Claire Spirit says that was powerful. Thank you. Yes, I look forward to seeing what comes through for those of you guys who participated. All right. So I'm going to leave a link in the comments for you all right now. For those of you who like Claire, Claire is one of my previous students. Check her out. She's awesome. I love following along with what Claire is bringing through. And have a couple other my students on here today. So if you are interested in learning to read your own Akashic records so that you can have instantaneous wisdom, guidance, clarity at a soul level in any moment of your life, you can learn to create that level of access. This is good for people who feel stuck in areas of finance and career and relationships. Because like I said, it's all your own damn fault. Just because it's happening and operating below your subconscious, or I should say below your conscious mind, meaning below your awareness, doesn't mean that you don't still have to reap what you sow. The vibration that you are putting out into the planet is coming back to you and creating a certain something in your life. And if it's not what you want, it's your job and responsibility to fix it. And you must initiate self-leadership. You must say, I am the one. I will answer the call. And I will be responsible for understanding myself, course correcting. You might call it fixing yourself. From some perspectives, there's nothing to fix, and that is true as well. You got to find balance and harmony. It's one of the Hermetic principles that I love so much, is the principle of polarity, and how even our superpowers can express in shadow energy. So we get to learn to move that dial, right? All right, so for those of you who do want to understand your patterns better, this is the ultimate way to go through a karma clearing process to understand yourself, and then graduate into tapping into your own unique genius, where your power and your ability to create at will is like a wand that gets turned on for you. I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, it takes practice. It takes learning to hold the vibrational frequency. It takes clarity. And it's so possible and doable with this technology to create massive change in your life, to step into a new timeline. Back to Lacey's very first question from today about timelines and not feeling worthy to step into the highest timeline. You want to know what a major problem is that will keep you from stepping into your highest timeline? Is not understanding what your highest timeline looks like or the path on how you get there. This isn't some Dorothy and Wizard of Oz shit, y'all, where you just emerge one day, you wake up, and everything is in color. Nope, you got to do the work. And this training program is your key to doing the work. I love you all. Thank you for being here. If this has served you today, please share this out, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week.